Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with some more Last Alliance action for you today. Last Alliance is the Lord of the Rings mod set in the Second Age for Shogun 2 Total War. And there is a new faction out. We have Ered Luin here, which is a Dwarven faction, which they are situated, I believe, in the western part of Middle-earth. Around sort of like just west of Ered, also I think a region called Belerind. And they are set up there in what are known as the Blue Mountains, and they are the new faction here in today's video. So yes, this is a recent update that has just come out in the last few days. This is called the Two Kings update. I believe this may have something to do with maybe like there are two kings like for Ered Luin in the roster. I will go over the roster at the end of this video after this awesome battle. And show you all the units, but I'm pretty sure we cover most of the units here. There maybe are just like one or two general units we do not cover in this battle here. But as you can see, we have some lovely looking Cossack sort of looking like units here, but these are known as the Ered Luin Merchant Guard, and they look awesome. I really do like the look of these guys. But yeah, I mean the detail on these units, I mean, is insane. Like you can see like sort of the pendants on here and like the mail and stuff like that. I mean, like to get Shogun 2 to like into like a Lord of the Rings game is just amazing. It really is. But yeah, so this is one of the new like sort of like arch units that we have here. Crossbow unit. We have some Ered Luin Axos. I'm excited to see how these guys do in action. I mean, there aren't really exactly any sort of like Javi or like axe throwing units in Shogun 2 before, so how these guys are exactly going to work, I'm not sure, but I'm excited to see how it is. I mean, the armor looks, I mean, the helmets especially look amazing. The armor, kind of lacking in armor they are, but I guess they are a light sort of unit. They are just there like a skirmishers, but they look awesome. They really do. So that is the axe throwers, and we'll quickly go along. As you can see here, there's lots and lots of units we've got to go through here. It's a big old battle, but we've got plenty of Ered Luin axe throwers. We have Ered Luin crossbows, which I guess are a bit more of an elite crossbow unit. They are kind of hiding at the moment in the dark, but they are there. They look pretty good. A bit more of an elite crossbow instead of the Merchant Guard. I believe, obviously, as well, Ered Luin is on the campaign as well. A lot of people do ask, does this mod have campaign? Yes, it does. Ered Luin have been added to the campaign, and I'm sure there'll be a few patches here and there to sort out any kinks that there are for the new faction. But as far as I'm aware, nothing really major has come up so far, so that's awesome to see. And yeah, I'm glad that with every new faction, you just see a new bit added to the campaign map, a new faction there. That campaign's really come together. I'm definitely gonna have to do some games soon for that. But this is the Ered Luin Ranger unit. So the dwarves also have rangers. I mean, the men known for their rangers, so the elves, but the dwarves as well. They have their own rangers. These guys looking pretty nice. Kind of remind me a bit of Athelian rangers, but they do look awesome. And then we've got like the infantry behind. So I'm not really going to go through in quality, just kind of what we find. So we have Ered Luin warriors here, which is going to be the main line infantry for your Ered Luin armies. If you decide to bring them just a basic axe and shield, they have some chainmail. Looking very good. They have that nice like helmet as well going on. These guys look very nice. I'm excited to see them in action. You've got to remember as well, shields aren't a thing in Shogun 2, so all the animations for shields like all unique to this mod, and the dev really does do an amazing job. Like every time, these units are like high quality. They really are. We have Ered Luin Tunnel Guard, which is a slightly cheaper, a slightly cheaper sword unit here. These guys are. There's the banner, by the way, of Ered Luin. Looking awesome. The sword there, the stars. Oh, glorious. But yeah, these are a slightly cheaper sword unit available. They do look nice as well. I'm really excited to see them similarly equipped as the Ered Luin warriors. What else do we have out here? We have the Tunnel Guard. We have some Ered Luin Path Guard, which I'm pretty sure Khazad-dûm also has as well. So Ered Luin do share a few units with Khazad-dûm, as they would. They are kin. They are all dwarves at the end of the day, so yeah, seen these guys before. Let me know, by the way, what is your favourite Ered Luin unit? So we'll go through all the units, and we will obviously have a look at them all in great detail. But yeah, let me know which one you think is your favourite. We have Ered Luin Berserkers. These guys look awesome. A double-handed sword unit, definitely like a shock sort of type unit. They have like proper chainmail. They remind me of sort of like Varangians a bit in how they kind of look. They look amazing, they really do. And yeah, this unit, I can imagine he's going to cut off plenty of dwarven heads today. Orcish heads today. May kill some dwarves. You never know in a campaign. You never know. A dwarven civil war. Look at the officer. This guy is clad in armor. My gosh, I cannot wait to see him in action as well. So that is the right flank at the moment. We've got some elite looking swords back here. Well, axes, I should say. These are the Ered Luin Dragon Slayers. And yeah, I mean, the dwarves of the Blue Mountains do often fight dragons to the north. So they do need warriors that are able to fight the dragons. And these are those guys. They have a crossbow and they have an axe. These are a very good hybrid unit. My gosh, these guys are going to be handy in a fight. I can already tell. Late game, sending these guys in. You have your crossbows to soften up enemies first, then send in these guys with their axes. My gosh, they're going to be nasty. I'm excited to see these guys. And their armor. These guys are armor clad. You're not piercing their armor with any arrows. You're going to need to get up nice and close to try and do any damage to these guys. Ered Luin Dragon Slayers. Yeah, more of them. We've got some shield, some Ered Luin Belagos shield bearers. These guys looking pretty fancy as well. I mean, they look awesome. They look like they are, I'm not actually sure what unit they are. They are a sword unit. Looking very nice there. I couldn't actually see their weapon, but yeah, a sword unit. Got very similar armor to those Dragon Slayers. And they have the shield of the Ered Luin Warriors as well. So this is like a really elite sword unit that we're seeing here. Actually, funnily enough, just behind their Ered Luin Warriors.
Our men have been discovered.
There you go. Men have been discovered, apparently. That does mean that the orc hordes are getting near, and they are. We will get to the battle soon. Do not fear. We have some Ered Luin Royal Swords here. They're looking also very, very nice. Looking like they kind of a bit look like the like one of the units of Khazad-dûm. I can't remember exactly which one, but they kind of have that, maybe that same look to them. Maybe just because of the model, I'm not sure. Maybe they just kind of like the face of the model, kind of look similar. But they are another very elite sword unit that you have available to you if you wanted to. We have the general back here. I brought one of the unique generals. We have Azagal, the third Broad Beams Guard. Looks awesome. There is actually Azagal himself. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but look at his helmet. I actually recognize his helmet. I'm pretty sure this is like the helmet from the Children of Húrin, I believe. I don't know if this is the same thing, like if it's the actual same one if Azagal had it, but look at that. It looks amazing. It really does. Looking glorious. Can't wait to see him in action. Ered Luin swords, here, seen them. We've got some spears over here. We've got Ered Luin Gate Guard, which are like a polearm unit. They look awesome as well. Can't wait to see these guys in action. And yeah, I mean, I think the Khazad-dûm faction also has that one. We have more Berserkers here. And then we have Mithril Warriors, which is the most elite sword unit that is available to Ered Luin. And these guys are looking glorious as well. I mean, look at these guys. They're forming square. They're that good. Yeah, they are not going to be beaten as the wargs come in here of the orcs of the north. So we'll get straight into this fight, and we've kind of actually come in at the right time, just as the dwarves and the wargs clash. And there you go, Berserkers getting in there, and they'll have to cut through lots of wargs here today if they want to have any sort of success. But yeah, they actually took a pretty nasty charge, losing decisively already. Not a good time. We've got fires coming in. Oh! It does look glorious. I mean, just look at the lines of dwarves set up. These guys ready to receive the enemy. But there you go. They're looking very, very nice. I mean, let's see what we got here. We've got Uruk Warband going in. They're going to clash with the dwarves of Ered Luin, and in they go. But yes, if you're enjoying seeing Last Alliance content and would like to see some more, I'm trying to get some online battles going. But if you'd like to see some battles and more of this mod, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment show your support. It really does help out the channel. We're working towards 7k subs, and yeah, every little bit of support, guys, really does help out the channel. We've got some Red Heads of the High Pass, a really elite spear unit for the orcs here clashing. They're actually going against these polearms. Be interested to see how these units hold up. I mean, I feel like the orcs of the north, sort of the sort of faction they're going to be facing off against in campaign. Why have them facing each other? So interesting to see how they do. Ered Luin in this fight. Wargs are obviously going to be a bit of a problem for them because they have no cav of their own to the dwarves. They kind of just kind of rely on crossbows to focus down cav and stuff like that. Can see spears, Snaga spears breaking here already. No real surprise there. Like the quality is kind of doing really bad. I did certainly play this at some point in slow mode because my gosh, are Shogun 2 battles quick. And with this amount of men, micro is kind of insane. Also the abilities, there's so many abilities for units which you really need to use. If you don't use your abilities in Shogun 2 in some of these battles, I find that you kind of like lose these fights. Like the orcs especially have a lot of like morale abilities. So as the dwarves, you need to be using your abilities to also break morale, but also just rally your own troops. And the Ered Luin dwarves here in their shield wall doing really well. I found this out to be a much better strategy than just charging in as well. The dwarves just do much better in a shield wall. They take less losses and then they can kind of counter charge. You want us to take that charge first from the orcs, then counter charge these guys. Yeah, already on this side we're seeing things like Snark Spear starting to break, Orc Raiders breaking. Seeing some wargs over here break. I actually did not want the wargs to bring the orcs to bring this many wargs, but hey, here we are. You've got to deal with it. Sometimes you're going to have to face large cav armies. Even if they are just wargs and they're not that great, they're still a pain. I mean, really, if it was the AI was being smart, you just cycle charge, you do a lot more damage. Certainly would break things like those berserkers who are, I mean, they were wavering at 94 men. So clearly their morale, okay, but not like great if they're getting charged by something like a cav unit. I mean, you can see over on this side, had much more success with the dwarves in winning. And they're able to flank around with things like Dragon Slayers. And we've got berserkers and Ered Luin path guards in there. Yeah, the Dragon Slayers, they're looking mighty fresh. My gosh. This unit, I just can't stop admiring this unit. Let's just get a good look at it. Because it is sexy. This is a sexy looking unit. I mean, look at the... Oh, and they're going to fire their crossbows? Hell yeah. Fire when ready, boys, what I say. They can just fire straight into the back of this unit here. And they're getting, like, support from these Ered Luin path guards as well, blocking them. Soaking up that fire. Yeah, they're going to do some great stuff there. Ered Luin Rangers as well doing what they can. The center seems like it's going pretty well. The dwarves starting to push back here. Snarker Spears returning and breaking once again. We've got a general. Oh no, this is the dwarves general. Azagile the third. He's actually lost quite a lot of troops, down to 75 men. This is, yeah, the Broadbeam's guard. I don't think we can actually. That's like a non-recruitable unit. Unless you get the general by the looks of it. But yeah, he's in there. You can see the Broadbeam's guard supporting, helping against those Uruk warband. Chopping away at stuff. Oh! Broadbeam guard there getting cut down by an orc. What a sad sight. How's he doing? Combat even, 67. I mean, he's losing to things like Orc Raiders and Uruk Warband, so he's not exactly the strongest unit in the world, it would seem. Or maybe he's just being focused on by archers. The polearms here, still holding these red heads at bay. Keep poking away at them, boys. Keep poking away. I think these guys form square. Yeah, they can form square, which a polearm unit forming square makes it a pretty nasty obstacle. Though, if you were playing campaign, I feel like this would just be a prime target to focus down. You get your archers and you focus down. A square, tight square formation of polearms would be really nice. But there you go. It wasn't exactly the longest battle in the world, but as you can see, the left flank starting to break. It's now just really archers left. There is a general here as well. We have an Uruk bodyguard. He's in there. I'm not exactly sure where he is. Oh, he's here. He's fighting against Ered Luin crossbows, actually. I think he's actually got through to the crossbow line. These crossbows, you know, they're not doing too bad. I think we've got some Dragon Slayers in here as well. Yeah, he is losing. As his army starts to waver, got Ered Luin warriors and stuff rushing forward. Got troops being surrounded over here, some red heads being surrounded by berserkers. We've got the tunnel guard as well holding on. I mean, yeah, I mean, the dwarves are not, like, overpowered, I feel like, in this mod. They're actually, like, I'm not saying in Dawn of Stays they are, because they're still very countable. If we compare to the other Lord of the Rings mod that there is in Total War, Dawn of Stays, I'd say the dwarves are very vulnerable in Shogun 2. I just think with the pace of the games and, like, how good archers and, I think archers and cav are really deadly in Shogun 2. So I feel like dwarves are going to have a really tough time and actually going to be really, really hard to use in battles. Especially, me personally anyway, I like having cav. I mean, some players hate it and prefer just infantry armies. I feel like I would struggle playing the dwarves a little bit in Shogun 2. But we'll see. I'm excited to try out one of them. I certainly feel like I might do a Khazad-dûm campaign first. Or maybe Ered Luin, I don't know. But I'd certainly like to do a Dwarven one first. I feel like I've played a little bit of Numenor, like in single player, and a bit of Elves. But I certainly feel like Elves are certainly the most powerful faction, so I don't really want to play them. Dwarves, though, I feel like could be very rich, but I think their infantry is kind of sucky. Certainly their low tier stuff. Like Ered Luin warriors, I didn't think. I felt like Ered Luin warriors when that guy was just chatting over me. weren't they that too powerful. Tunnel Guard as well, not exactly powerful. I feel like their really elite stuff is really nasty though. Like there's Dragon Slayers and the Royal Swords and the Mithril Warriors, really nasty. I think even their Berserkers, very vulnerable. And it'll certainly be a very good flanking unit, but not exactly necessarily a front line unit. But there you go, a close victory for the Dwarves, which it was indeed. And we'll quickly have a look at some of the end results before we will go to looking at their campaign position, and also we'll look at their roster. But I love this shot. Look at this. Oh, beautiful, really is. You can see there the King of Khazad-dûm, whose name's escaping me. I think he's a Thorin or a Thrain. I think he's a Thorin. Holding the line there, looking at the hordes of enemies ahead of him. But yes, I do love. I mean, I was about to say they do need some dwarven sort of like cutscenes there, and they have got some in there. But yeah, I mean, they took 1,700 losses. I mean, that's not like awful, but it is like quite a lot of losses. You feel like certainly sometimes when facing orcs, you just lose a few hundred or something like that. But yeah, that was 5,000 against 4,500. It was pretty nasty. But yeah, we'll quickly have a look at some of the unit stats. Look at kills. Ered Luin Warriors getting 222. They were in the front line, holding for a long time, doing very well. 212 for another there. Ered Luin Belagost Shield Bearers getting 181. Rangers getting 172 kills. Path Guards getting 155. Berserkers 151. Mithril Warriors getting 129. I'm interested to see what these Broadbeam Guards, by the way, getting 138. Where are the Dragon Slayers? They are 41. Where's the other one? Oh, it's there at 49. They actually did not do as well as I thought. They did okay, but nothing like incredible. But I guess maybe they just didn't get that much action. Let's see. Dragon Slayers, they only lost 15 men, I guess. Didn't seem like they got too much. And the other one lost 40, actually. And this one got less kills. So maybe they did. Maybe they aren't as good as they are, I think. Or maybe I just didn't use them correctly. Maybe didn't use all their crossbow armor before sending them in. Probably their best. Uruk Bodyguard getting 169 kills. Uruk Archers getting 117 kills. Like I said, Archers really nasty. Those Uruk Archers aren't anything impressive. They can still do well. Wargs getting 95 kills. But yeah, nothing like too insane for the Orcs there. I mean, it was only against AI. But yeah, we'll quickly have a look at the roster. So this is the army I used. I mean, I think we had more funds than that or something like that. But anyway, does not matter. We'll clear this army. So these are the 3 generals available. You can bring the Ered Luin Blue Guard, which is just like a basic general. Then they have Thrain the Second Stone Fist, Firebeard's Guard, and then you have the one we did bring, which is Azal Gal the Third Broadbeam's Guard. So these are unique guard units that you can bring. I believe, yeah, because you cannot bring them here. But yeah, here you go. These are the 2 spear units that we saw. We brought all these swords, in fact. And we brought all these crossbows. So they've got a fairly small roster of Ered Luin, but they are pretty nasty, I think. I think they could be pretty useful in battles, and certainly could be very fun in campaign, that is for sure as well. But yeah, so that is what they look like on the roster. We'll go and quickly have a look at them on campaign. So, as you can see, these are all the factions available. And here is Ered Luin. They are going to start up here in the Blue Mountains, very, very much in the northern part of Middle-earth, in the northwest. And that is where they start. So we'll just quickly start going to it. I mean, as Ered Luin, you get Masters Blacksmithing, 20% wealth from blacksmiths. And iron mines, very, very nice. Love of the richest, 20% wealth from all mines. My gosh, is that 20% on top of the 20% you already get from iron mines? Incredible. Torn Peaks, 15% to replenishment rates. That's going to be pretty nasty. But honestly, you could just merge units and pump out more by the sounds of it. Because it sounds like your economy could be pretty nasty. But yeah, we will quickly just go in and we will have a look at some of these, like where they start basically and what the state of their campaign is. But it does look good. I'm really excited to see Ered Luin in action. But yes, if you want to get involved in some Last Alliance action, some battles, feel free to join my Discord. The link is down below in the description. It's the best place to go and get some some multiplayer battles, whether it's Shogun 2, whether it's Napoleon Total War 3, Attila, you name it, we do it. But yeah, I'd like to try, like I said, I was trying to get some Last Alliance battles, maybe some scenarios going. And yeah, if we could get everyone like on the same server and stuff like that, that would be even better. So yeah, if you'd like to get involved in some sort of scenarios and try and organize that sort of thing, then feel free to join my server. We will try and get some glorious, glorious battles going. And certainly now that Ered Luin is here, we could do some like Dwarven Coalition against Orcs, like have Khazad-dûm and Ered Luin standing side by side. It could look very cool. But yes, let's have a look and see where we are situated. We are up here. I don't know why it's had me looking at something plain map, but yes, this is what we start with. We start with a couple of settlements. We start with Singin Bazaar here. We have Belagost, which is our capital. And we can see the elves pretty quickly. We have the elves here in North Mithlond. And then we're also down here at Baraz Turg. So we actually start with a decent amount of stuff. We have Thrain II here. And he has a couple of berserkers and some axe throwers. It's actually not in his capital, funnily enough. In our capital, though, we have actually got Arazgal III. So yes, at this point, it seems that they have 2 kings. I did not realize that Ered Luin had 2 kings, but there you go. And he has also got Belagost Shield Bearers, Tunnel Guard, and Merchant Guard. I feel like Ered Luin could be a really fun campaign for like a newbie sort of player, because I feel like they just aren't threatened by anyone. Like, well, who's up here? I mean, these are just Karos Lothoth. This is like just a neutral faction. But yeah, there's no real immediate enemies near you, like in this western part of the world. So you can kind of just chill and just build up, and then go and attack whoever you want. You could, I mean, Ered Luin potentially could go evil in 3rd Age, so you could maybe do that and just attack the elves if you fancied. Or you could go and march east and go and support in the wars against Mordor. Who knows? But there you go, guys. That is the Ered Luin faction. I'm going to wrap up this video here today. I hope you guys did enjoy. Definitely go and check out Last Alliance. The link for the mod is in the description. And I hope to see you guys on the battlefield for some glorious Last Alliance battles. And until then, bye for now.